Oh, your guy is here. What? Say again?
If you want to see the camera video, you can go
Okay,
to see.
sounds great. Here I come.
Yeah, you can go to see.
So now we're gonna go look at the video. Hopefully, he came. It's about an hour, at least, since I first talked to Poheen. The IT guy had to come, I guess, to help, or possibly just destroy the evidence. Who knows? We'll see. But I have a sneaking suspicion that there's not gonna be any actual footage. Even though there's normally 50 cameras set up around that pool, I think. So, is there cameras on the pool? Okay, cool.
To see how you hit her, how hit you.
I didn't hit her. First of all, I did not hit her. Huh? No, I didn't hit her. First of all, don't even say I hit her. You don't say those words. I did not hit her ever, ever. I stopped her from hitting me. Don't ever say those words. Get your shit straight, sir. You better never say that about me. I never hit no woman. She hit me. And we got the video of that. I guess that's going to be obvious soon. But you heard him just say, "We'll see how you hit her and she hit you." They're trying to turn it into me hitting her. Let's see the video footage right now. Back it up, please. Back it up. Back it up. Go backwards.
What time?
Huh?
Ow.
You can see both.
No, it goes. Got to go all the way back to the beginning.
Yes.
You got to go back. I want to go back. At one point, she was standing right.
Yeah, over there, yeah.
She was standing at the shower and she threw a ball. It started because she threw a ball at my face. So it's way back, backward.
And after you see the video already, maybe you should check out from my place too, because I'm not want you to stay here anymore.
You don't want me to stay, but I was violently attacked in your place.
Oh, no problem.
No, it is a problem. Now, during a global crisis and an economic collapse, Poheen, the owner of the guest house that I'm staying in, is saying what now? I should check out, but I've already paid for my time here. And I was violently attacked by a Cambodian local person.
You can check.
Yeah, can you go back and you? I want you to. How do you do it? I don't know how to do it.
Let's see, and then it's coming. See the time. They will come.
So I was violently attacked by a Cambodian girl who was paid to do this. I know for sure she's paid.
You see why that you just answer by yourself. Why that all our guests not attack to you. You need to understand this.
That what?
Too.
I need to.
Why that all the guests that this. No problem, and then only you should understand this too. You should ask yourself too.
What? Okay, so why don't
stay your side, but you can stay other side too because for living, and then my place. If you feel my place not safe to you, you just go to stay other place. That's all. We are easy because I don't want to headache about you.
Right.
Like this.
Right.
We
Well,
don't want to have problem like this.
well, it doesn't matter. The problem for me is no matter where I go, no matter where I go, these paid harassers and bullies are in the community where I go. I have to have. I'm a human citizen. Now I'm being asked to leave this place, although I've already paid. I'm a human citizen.
I can give you money back, no problem.
Okay. Who has a right?
The way that you did, if you think my place is not good enough for you, and then I would like to say,
We're in a global crisis and economic collapse. Okay. And during a global pandemic, the total economy is shut down. I have had 3. Actually, this will make number 4. Landlord in Cambodia during the last 2 months kicked me out on the street because other people came into my community and started attacking me. They started attacking me and I defended myself, and now I've been kicked out for the 4th time now in 3 fucking months. Really brilliant, man. Oh, what?
That's why that they kick you out, because you are like this, maybe.
Because no, You should be like this. If I kick you and I kick you and I kick you and I kick you, will you kick me back? You fucking will. So shut up, you dumbass idiot.
Now I would like to say, hey, you feel?
Huh? Hey, slowly what? I'm being kicked around and I defend myself.
He been kicked around. He know himself.
I'm being kicked around now. Now what? Now look, the goons come, the mod squad here, because they're involved in it. 100%.
Why you explain like that? He would like you to say calm down to understand.
I'm not calming down. I'm being kicked down the street. I don't have any fucking money. What am I going to do? Because you got people over here bullying, harassing me. Move it back. I want to get this. I want a copy of this sent to my phone right now. This is evidence. These people are being paid to do this. My human rights are being abused. Please back it up. I need a copy of this. I'll get my shit and I'll sleep on the fucking street, but I'm gonna have a copy of this. It's gonna be documented. And your abuses against me will come back to you. You think you'll be prospered and your family will be prospered in the future if you raise your hand against an innocent man, which is what I am. I'm an innocent man. I've been accused of no crime. I've been charged with no crime. And you are violating my basic right to life, liberty, and preserve happiness. You are violating my basic right to live as a free man in this world. I am a free man. I will not be controlled by abusive governments that molest the citizenry of this world. I will not. You will answer to the Most High God. One day, every knee will bow and every tongue will confess Jesus Christ is the Lord. Let it be known. They're throwing me out on the street. This is the fourth time I've been kicked out in just the last 3 months on the street by guest house owners because they have these far-right paramilitary groups move in and start repressing, harassing, and abusing my rights. And then I defend myself against them, and I'm kicked out. Now I don't have any money left. Now I'm gonna have to sleep on the fucking street where I'm gonna be more vulnerable. My phone battery's dying. It's fine, this is what I gotta go through. Again, I've been charged with no crime. You saw the man just laugh right in my face. You saw the other two goons come and try to attack me too. You saw it. Why else would I be walking around with the camera on at all times? Because they're trying to do this shit in a way that will not indicate their guilt. Now I'm to the point where I don't feel safe being anywhere in the world at all without a live camera reporting and documenting everything that's happening to me because I'm being abused. Those two men out there call themselves Gabi and Iyad. They are volunteers here supposedly, but really on assignment. I'm sure they're intelligence analysts as well. Are working for somebody, being paid by somebody to do this. So anyway, they claim to be Syrians. Who knows though? All of these people are just ghosts and shadows, and they're not even really real people. They understand human psychology, and if you know anything about human psychology, it's this. We're human, but we're animals. And if you take a dog and you kick him, and you kick him, and you kick him, and you kick him, regardless of that dog's temperament, when you put him in that corner in the first place, and you started kicking him, regardless of that dog's temperament, if he was just a regular normal dog who was happy and go lucky, eventually that dog will bite you. He will bite you. And they know that. And so they will use that to their advantage and prey on the citizenry by kicking me and kicking me and kicking me and hoping that I'll bite them, and then they'll be able to go. They'll have a justified reason. You saw them out there saying, "Oh, maybe you should think that it's something that I did to some fault of my own. That this girl came up and literally for no reason started to attack me in the pool. She was with the other guy and she started attacking me and persecuting me." And maybe he said, well, maybe you should think about why. Well, why? Because I have the audacity to actually defend human rights and civil liberties. Because I have the audacity to actually stand in the face of tyranny and to turn a camera on these gutless cowards. Maybe that's why people would want to abuse or send paid paramilitary groups in to repress and abuse me. There, soldier. Fuck everyone. Who's paying you? Who are you working for? Are you working for the government of the United States? Huh? Do you work for the government? You wish? So you're saying you do not. Are you working for a private security group? paramilitary? Are you working for Blackwater? Who are you working for? Huh? Yourself? So you're saying you're not currently working for anybody? Okay. Gotcha. Lies. Not exactly how I would respond if somebody came to ask me that. I think I would probably, I don't think that any of the responses by any of the people that I've talked to today do anything but obviously prove that what I'm saying is completely true. It's come down to where I now have to have a live video footage on me at all times, and I will not turn the camera off because the next time somebody strikes me, it's going to be again documented. I was pushed into the pool with my phone. Luckily, I had my phone up in the air. Everybody here saw it. This man saw it. He was sitting over there. They were all sitting right here when all of this happened. So let's get the video footage here. Can you back it up, please? How do you do it?
You see this one first.
No, this is before. I need to go back.
No, not before. It starts soon. Start soon.
No, it doesn't start soon. I was here. Yeah, this is, but it's way before this, sir. It's way before this. Way before this. She already hit me.
No, not yet, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Yeah, okay, there, yeah.
This is the point. Yeah.
No. This
is coming soon.
It's way before this.
No, soon. I know. I see a few times. You see.
No, it's before this, sir. It's before this.
I know. It's coming soon. Soon she come back and then she hit you.
No, sir. I was here. I literally lived through this. Yeah. Why are you arguing with me? You don't know.
I know because I see many times already.
Okay, let's go back and look at it though. How do you back it up? How do you back it up? You're not
finished the.
Why do you care? Why do you not want to let me just see it? And see, why are you so insistent on trying to cover it up? Sounds like you're trying to cover something up here. Seems like you're trying to cover this up. Are you trying to cover up me documenting? Why do you not want me to back it up? Be honest. Stop being a liar, sir. You're scum.
The big problem between you and her in this farm.
Let's just go back here.
You see, why you don't want to see?
I want to see it from the beginning. I want to see. I didn't hit her. Stop saying I hit her.
You see, we just see the ball to her hand, her head.
Oh.
You want to see that again? You did. You did.
After she came up and threw punches at me, and she threw the ball at me first.
You hit her before she
punched you. No. Go back. Look, show me the whole video because you're not listening to me. The whole thing started way before that. She stayed in the pool with me for a half an hour, harassing and antagonizing. You don't know. Go back, sir. God. You're trying to cover it up is what you're trying to do. You're trying to doctor the evidence. You fucking scumbag. Admit the truth. You're trying to fucking change the truth. You fucking scumbag.
See.
Yeah, back it up. Just back it up, you fucking scumbag. You already showed me your true stripes. You let a man out here attack a woman the other day and you didn't do anything about it. I stopped it. And you let him come back and keep drinking the next goddamn day. Yeah, I was the one that only broke it up. Did you come out and help? No. You didn't even care. Oh my God. Yeah. You let him fucking beat a woman here, and you did goddamn nothing to help her, and you don't care. And now you're letting this woman beat on me and trying to turn it around on me. That's not going to happen, buddy. Trust and believe that. You're not going to destroy this evidence that I have, and if anything happens to it.
Okay, now you're alone. Okay, you watch from now.
Okay, go back. Good. Please. Me alone in the pool. Here it is. Yes. So she's, I think, over here.
Yeah. Look
at this point, right?
Okay. Look.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah.
Here's me doing my sprints, looking Olympian as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Keep light.
No, keep light on this.
Oh, keep light. You said keep light.
It's okay. You can see.
I don't know if I want to have the light on, right? Okay. No, that's fine, whatever, I don't care. You're kicking me out. I know, it's my fault, right? I have the audacity to defend myself. So over here at this point, here comes American US. So she's with him, right? They're together, they show up. But first, he came over and said something to her. He came and said something to her. She was by herself on this little swing right here. and he says something to her, and then she goes over by herself, turns her back on him, and walks away, giving the illusion that they're not together, right? They're not a couple. So I'm noticing this as I'm swimming. That's me over there, my shiny, green, bright, shiny head, looking handsome as fuck as always. So now she's setting up over here. Again, she's a very beautiful woman. She's very seductive. She speaks with a Russian accent, has lived in Hungary, and various other very far-right fascist countries. By admission, very strange and interesting that she speaks so well. And probably not intelligence agent or anything, I'm sure. So there's me again, killing it. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting to the part now. Over here at this point is Miss soldier guy, U.S. Army. He says Special Forces. Here on assignment. Here's me down here, getting ready, doing a in a sec, and she has moved to this part now of the pool. So here I am, minding my own business, just living my life, inhabiting the planet Earth like a normal human being, and now doing some laps. She has moved down here, and this guy is now over here, the soldier guy, who again was talking with her over here and said something, and then they walked away from each other. Now he's over here again, she is back over here, out of camera view, but I believe she is on her chair. Oh, there she is. So she's setting up over there, and he is wandering around. And this pavilion over here there's about 7 people underneath. So there they are again, the team who is setting up to suppress me in my own community, in my own guest house where I'm living. This team has been sent in as part of a team, as part of a large group of conspirators. When I say large, I mean it's basically the entire community. Everybody knows what's going on. They're turning their eye to the abuse, their blind eye to it. But the truth will be told. Everybody that turns their blind eye to abuse and allows and is silent in the face of humans being abused without fair representation or justice will expect the same doors to be opened in their life and for their descendants' future. We all are subjected to the laws of the universe. If you raise your hand against an innocent man, which is what I am, have not been accused or charged with any crime in my life, and in the United States of America, which is who is doing this, we fought intentionally to secure the citizenry's right to an appropriate and fair judicial system that protects the citizenry from the government abuse, which is what's happening. I should have the right, if I'm accused or charged with a crime, to a fair hearing or trial, and at this point it's obvious that they are trying to criminalize me. He was trying to repress the evidence here. That's documented. Anybody can clearly see. He was showing me a part in the video that was well after how this all started. This started way before, and this is about an hour, so bear with me if you are watching out there. Bear with me here because I know this is going nowhere at this point, but I want to show how the whole thing was set up. Those two appear to be together at that point in some way, or I wasn't sure at first if he was just pursuing her or liked her, because she kept on seeming to walk away from her. Also, this woman did try to lure me to come and seduce me, and was very persistent with me out of nowhere, which I found to be very peculiar, mainly because I've been in Cambodia for almost 2 years, and I've had no dates the entire time with any Cambodian women at all. The entire time I've been here, they've not been friendly to me at all. We're just a very different culture, and they've essentially neglected me. So now, all of a sudden, I found it very strange that out of nowhere, there's this woman who is very assertively being super friendly to me. And so there haven't been a lot of friendly Cambodian women with me at this point. So I found it peculiar how friendly she was being, overly friendly and overly assertive to invite me to her place within 10 minutes of conversating, especially after I saw her spending time with this other giant Russian man who strikes me as possibly an intelligence or KGB agent or something like that too. Who the fuck knows? They don't come out and tell you, that's for sure. So here I am. She's over here at this point. I think she just went up. We probably just saw her walk away a minute ago. She went up to the bathroom and was gone for a little bit. She was in the bathroom for a while, and I'm still down here doing some laps and doing some exercise, enjoying, and she's going to come back down. And when she comes back down, then he's going to reappear and looks like he's going to sit next to her on this side here. So she's unfortunately a little bit out of the camera, but she doesn't start doing anything until she gets into the pool, which is still a little bit in the future here. Sorry if I'm not holding the camera very still. It's probably very annoying, but I'm for obvious reasons very shaken and rattled by this entire situation, because this has been going on now for 6 years straight. I don't know who this group is, but I'm assuming that they're involved with the Evangelical Christian Church, but it probably goes, unfortunately, a lot higher than that now, because they have largely infiltrated the intelligence apparatus, the military-industrial complex, the prison-industrial complex, the everything, all of it. They are, in fact, lording over us. I'm assuming that's who's involved, because I was around millionaires, that's for sure, in the Evangelical Church. These people have millions of dollars and certainly would have no problem buying a private security company to come and repress and neutralize any opposition groups, which would be who I am. I would be a dissident of the Evangelical Church. I did flee persecution from them in California. This was a mega church of 20,000 members. And when you get that big and you have that much money, if you have $1 million, you can hire a private army to go and abuse your opposition. So this church was making outrageous and extraordinary claims without any extraordinary evidence that they were doing amazing things like raising dead people from the grave by praying for them, and healing demons and casting out demons and healing people with cancer and stuff by praying for them. And now I'm not denying that outright is impossible, but unfortunately with this group, if you don't actively support it, or you're like me and you think of it critically and objectively and you question it, questioning authority, you're now seen as a threat to their power structure, to their millions of dollars that they've all gotten real happy enjoying those millions, and those Lexuses they're all driving, right? And you can't have a guy like me, a person of influence, as handsome as I am, you can't have me going around town, saying things like, hey, maybe you shouldn't pick crippled guys up out of wheelchairs and hug them and say, be healed in the name of Jesus, and then let them go and watch them drop onto the ground in front of you because you're not a physician, you stupid idiot. But, if you had $1 million, you could get a private army to come and repress me and abuse my basic rights in my community by preventing me from things like getting a job or getting a girlfriend or having any meaningful relationships or community. They can make your life living hell. And that is what they've done. 6 years now, 11 years since I've really had any kind of meaningful relationship with a girl, makes no sense. Obviously makes no sense at all. To have none at all, even when I was actively pursuing relationships, no. And so today was a good example. So here she is over here on this chair. You can see her legs right there. again, I'm over here still getting my exercise, and it will be a little bit ahead here. She's going to eventually get up and go around the back of this basketball hoop, this brick wall, and come to this area right here, where she's going to be taking a shower with a ball. She picks the ball up from over here, I think, and goes to clean it in the shower. And then she stands over me with the ball, and even though I say to her, do not throw the ball at me, she throws it at my face, nearly hitting me. And then she gets into the pool shortly after that, after some words were exchanged, because I got upset with her for throwing the ball at me, rightfully so. She came over and started throwing actual closed fist punches at me. 3 clean punches that would have, if they connected, were intended to hurt me. There's no doubt she was throwing them with intent to hurt me, and I grabbed her and held her from behind and hugged her, basically, and stopped her, and then put her, and this was all over here, and on this area here is where it will happen. And when I held her, I picked her up actually and put her out of the pool. The man over here, the 2 Syrian guys, one of them came over and told me, "Yo, dude, stop!" When I was detaining her and holding her because she was attacking me. And he's like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Are you stop telling me asking me what am I doing? This girl has been in here intentionally. She's also doing this other thing, despite the fact that this pool is humongous. She's swimming right under the water directly into my legs on purpose. She does it like I think at least 2 times. That should show up in this video too. So I'll just wait. I know it's taking a while, but I just want to make sure I get the entire time that she was there, because I know for sure this woman was sent here to do this as a job. She's being paid to do this. So this person over here is an employee. She's being paid by some corrupt, abusive entity, whether it's the evangelicals, the Jesuits here in Siem Reap, or it's the U.S. federal government, or all of them working together as one, which is what I unfortunately suspect. It could be Patrick Murphy, our ambassador down there in the U.S. Embassy, the FBI. All of them are complicit at this point, because nobody and any of them have come to try to make any sense out of this with me, although I've reported it to all of them. Well, not Patrick Murphy, and not the evangelicals, of course, because I know for sure they're involved with it. There is an evangelical church that I visited here in Siem Reap, and I have indication, strong reason to believe that the members of this church are a part of the abuse, and the Jesuits as well. I went to the Jesuits, who have an advocacy group, oddly, for a refugee, the Jesuit Refugee Service. I went to apply with them, and they outright denied my application to have them as a support and as an advocacy team, as an asylum-seeking refugee. I was denied and laughed out of their office. They wouldn't even hear my story. So I said, in no uncertain terms to them, exactly what I said at the front office on the sidewalk in front of the United Nations Office for Human Rights in Phnom Penh. I went there just for the purpose of going and talking to the Human Rights group, United Nations Human Rights Office, and they wouldn't let me in the building. I told them that I believed the federal government of the United States of America and evangelicals are persecuting me. They are trying to radicalize me. They're trying to sell me weaponry and trying to turn me into some radical, violent extremist or something like that. I have evidence that they have, in fact, been engaged in doing false flags, like the false flag on a smaller level you're about to see here. The false flag that they've used is weaponizing the technology, creating fake Facebook videos of supposed school shootings, and stuff like that. One of the people that they say is in the same program that they describe as a targeting program, where they use technology to target citizenry who they view as a threat to the state, to their power structure, their system, who is the opposition group. They've created an actual surveillance program, and it's now become a program of tyranny and abuse, where there is no right that I have to a trial. Have I been accused of any crime? Now I'm being criminalized. In my community, I've now been kicked out of 4 guest houses in the last 3 months alone, because these groups have come and moved in to every one of the neighborhoods that I live in and rent a place right next to me, and the abuse starts right after that. And then I defend myself and I'm kicked out. So that's great. Now I don't have anywhere to go. I'm in a foreign country during a pandemic, an economic collapse, a global crisis. So I'm just making sure that I document everything. I'm not worried about it. I've already made peace with my God. I'm prepared to die, but I'm not prepared to allow this abuse to continue, or for other people to have to endure this in the future. I want to make sure that I raise as much awareness about this issue as I can, because it's the only thing that should be done. Nothing else could be more important. I'm just a normal citizen. I'm an innocent person who hasn't been, again, accused in an appropriate forum of any crime. So, and nor should we ever, even if I was accused of a crime, I still have rights to a fair trial, to a hearing, to a judicial system that will not abuse me. And I know for sure this is coming from the United States. I don't believe this is a Cambodian initiative, although certainly when you bring a brown envelope full of Benjamin Franklin $100 bills and you plop them down on somebody's desk, a poor person's desk, and easily justify their own reasons for abuse. People are bought all the time by these intelligence agents. Stop CVE, stop countering and violent extremism program that's being weaponized and used against the citizenry, who are 95 or like 99% of which are not terrorists at all, have no indication of being terrorists, and have no, in fact, most of them do not have a violent record or history either. Innocent citizens who, based on some hunch or just any kind of suspicion, is a licensable reason now for these government agents to deploy an entire platoon of well-trained, sophisticated intelligence analysts and operatives into your own neighborhood to neutralize you. So more activity here. Here we have, he again calls himself TJ, United States Special Forces, veteran, Afghanistan, Iraq, I think. I don't remember which one, but one of them. And just moved in about a day into the guest house after I did. So here he is back here. See, I'm shooting. Now he throws the ball. And when that happened, I assumed that he was trying to throw the ball at me. And that's just another thing that they'll do just to antagonize you, knowing that I'm down in that area. Like, I'm shooting right under the hoop. Why would he throw a ball from that far away at the hoop? So now he comes back over here. Got the ball back. She's still over here. Those are her legs still. I'm shooting, and he comes back. I'm not sure if he's back. There he is, pops back up. He's gonna throw the ball again, and I'm moved back a little bit out of his way, more conscious, because I didn't see him the first time. I just saw the ball fly over my head, and I've been being attacked violently for the last 2 years straight, especially increased here in Cambodia, although this has been going on since 2014. You get, when things start flying over your head. I now have PTSD because of this, by the way. I did not have PTSD before this paid group of right-wing harassers and bullies started antagonizing me in my community and suppressing my basic right to civil liberty and to just live. Pohin is, I'm sure, paid as well, because that's what they do. Surprising how well Pohin's business is doing here still, considering everything's shut down. It might be a front. Hey, what's up out there? Yeah, what you're watching here is a video of me being violently attacked by a paid actor. I've been being persecuted. I'm asylum-seeking American. My name is Aaron Adair. I am seeking asylum for religious and political persecution from the United States of America, based on the 1947 and 52 United Nations Geneva Convention, of which the nation of Cambodia is a signatory to. I've been being repressed by a far right-wing fascist group of mercenaries and a subversive group of paid actors here who have been paid to come in and try to harass and bully me. They've prevented me from getting any meaningful or gainful employment. So here I am, I'm getting out of the pool. She jumps into the pool at this point. And this girl here actually threw several punches at me. And I detained her. I restrained her is the right word to use. I restrained her by hugging her from behind, basically, and picking her up and putting her out of the pool. I chose, by my own, in that moment, to not brutally beat her senselessly, which I would have been well within my basic human right to do that, since I was attacked first. I don't care if you're an elderly person or a child or a woman. If you start attacking somebody, you should be prepared that that person will defend themselves and the safety of them and their family at all costs. And so that's what I did. I did not brutally beat her, though I could justify that in my own belief. So here comes Special Forces super intelligence analyst and operative here. This man calls himself TJ, American, war veteran, who I also have video of him running around the pool acting crazy. These guys are paid by some private army or some group to harass and antagonize me. So let's see what's happening here. So she threw the ball there, but that wasn't a problem. Let's see what happens. Shooting. I think we're getting to the part now where she comes and starts throwing punches at me. I don't remember what we were talking about exactly. I asked her, oh yeah, I asked her if she could help me move the basketball rim up, because I slam dunked the ball, I shacked it, and I yoked it like Shaq, and I bent the rim down like 2 days ago, also cutting my finger wide open. It's still open, but on a rusty rim. Anyway, I asked her that question, and she caught some like really bad attitude with me, and so I just gave her the bad attitude right back. I was asking her if she could help me to put me on her shoulders. And she was being very flirtatious with me up until then, but she started playing these really catty games, and I don't want to play the game. And she, you know, I said, hey, can you help me out? And I want to get on her shoulders. I want to bend that rim up. And she's being really just crappy in her response. And so I just iced her right back. Anyway, that's what kind of triggered the whole her coming over, and she goes, fuck you, and she starts giving me the finger. And she goes, shut the fuck up. And she starts telling me to shut the fuck up. And then she comes over and starts throwing punches at me. 3 punches at least. I'm making sure that I'm documenting all this on my phone now, because this is running off of the video. So let's look. Really blurry. It's gonna be hard to see. I mean, I'm also documenting this so in case something happens to this video mysteriously, or me, I won't be dying in any accident, guys. So if something happens to me, ask the CIA what happened. Ask the CIA. Just like Rodriguez. So there, she threw the ball. That was her throwing the ball. Shit, I kind of missed it. But this is what starts it. This is what really starts it. She threw the ball after I specifically told her. She came up and started like put her hands up and she was going to throw the ball at me. I specifically said, hey, do not throw the ball at me. I already didn't like this girl. She's been trying to lure me for days to come to her place in the countryside. But I already know that she was weird. She was hanging out with this big Russian guy. And it seemed like I could tell they were plotting on me. I could tell they were scheming on me. And then she came over and was being really friendly really fast, which is totally odd behavior for a Cambodian girl. She wasn't trying to lure me as a prostitute. She was not about that. Most Cambodian girls are more conservative and won't just invite you right away to go stay with them. But she did. So I was like, hell no, I'm not going to no countryside with you. I'm not an idiot. So now she's like really bothered, I think, that I'm not paying her any attention is really what's happening. She was getting kind of catty about that because I'm not paying her any mind. She's seeking attention from me that she's not getting, and she's getting more irritated at this point. I'm not interested in her and her game of manipulative behavior and cat and mouse crap. I'm not interested in her pussy or vagina or any of that either, because that's not, well, I mean, I am, but I'm not going to be controlled by it, that's for damn sure. That's what they hate. They don't like it when they can't control a man with their pussy. So she's doing her best here still, again, to try to seduce me. If you notice, American soldier guy, not around, nowhere here, because she's been sent in to seduce me. She's a honey trap. And then what's going to happen is she's going to seduce me, assuming that I'll just go right in. She'll be in my arms and it feels so great. And oh, this is so wonderful. And then he's going to swoop in and take her off my hands because she's working for him. And then I'll get angry with him and then we'll fight. That's the false flag. This is an operation, an intelligence operation. He's in on it. This is what they're put here to do. This is what our government agents and what we're paying the citizens of America. We are paying people to walk around the planet and do this to innocent people. We gave $40 million just today. Today it was published on the U.S. Embassy's website. 40 million. 40 million from the U.S. to Cambodia for development. Economic imperialism, economic hitmen. There are NSA agents called EHMs, economic hitmen. They are instructed to move into foreign developing countries and to unload, justify large loans from USAID, International Monetary Fund, the IMF, and the World Bank. These loans are based on 20-year economic growth projections, and the NSA agents who are put in these roles are explicitly told to overproject to the leadership the amount that their economy will grow based on these loans, so that these countries will never have a chance of paying these loans back, and then we'll be able to get what the Americans really want, which is control over that region when that comes through political favors, UN votes, and all of those things, building infrastructure, building military installations, etc. It's called the American Empire, economic imperialism. Look it up. This was a whistleblower's book written. He was an NSA agent who came out and blew the whistle on what he recognized as being abuse, an expansive empire that is fighting for control of this region. And they will see me as an opposition member, and this is what they do. And more words. Remember what we're talking about here at this point. I think it's coming up soon. What are you doing, man? Don't. Yeah, say excuse me. This man just walked up and put his hand on me, said hello, sir. And you could tell I'm obviously under attack right now. You don't need to get that close. Respect people's personal space. Probably paid to do that. Another harasser. So there you see, she threw the ball at me very hard. I think it's coming up here. Might have to back it up again. Nobody cares about me because everybody's getting their money. These government agents who are doing this and are paid to do this, they're all getting paid. They're all happy. Cambodia's government is getting $40 million today. There it is. There she starts hitting me. See? Boom. Punch. Throw a punch right there. Shit. Hold up. I gotta back it up. I realized I didn't have the camera turned on there. Alright. Hold on a second here. Sorry. It's a very long video. I'm going through a lot. Being repressed by a right-wing paramilitary group isn't that easy. I used to be just a normal guy, happy as anything. Now, guess what? I'm the new JFK. JFK with a live camera on your ass all the time, no, I guarantee you that. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get there now. I'm coming back into the pool, looking so stunning and handsome. Look at me, poured into those into those swimming trunks. This is a very beautiful girl here, by the way. She's would be exactly who these goofball CIA types would fucking want to use to lure a guy as long as he is controlled by pussy. In other words, if he's weak-minded. All right, let me make sure. Shit, I went back way too far. Okay, again, here she is doing her best to try to win me, and I'm like, I'm not that easy, girl. You have to work a little harder than that. But you won't. I'm not as stupid as you. You're stupid enough to take money from somebody and raise your hand against them based on whatever you think is a justifiable reason. Other than that, well, you're a whore who wants money. That's what people who would engage in this kind of behavior would be. I'm not saying whore like your sex, but whore like you're taking money to raise your hand against an innocent person who's been accused of no crime and never been accused of any crime, and then as not being allowed the right to move freely through the planet Earth, has been now followed around through 8 countries, including my own, by this repressive, subversive group of intelligence agents slash religious types, I'm sure. One of the big things they're very vocal about during this the 2 year of overt campaign against me is they really seem to be anti-LGBTQ. So they're very fanatical about hating and trying to suppress that group. I think what was happening here was she was laughing at me for missing a shot or something like that, and I was definitely jawing at her. I was like, girl, you can get, if you up at 100 USD if you can bring a man out here in this town who can beat me, who can hit more shots in a row than me. I'll do a shooting contest right now. Bring somebody out, 100 USD, you know. So I'm drawing back. We're just having a regular, and that's when she got really angry, and so it's, hey, fuck you, you know. And then she came at me and started throwing punches, and that's when I held her. I'm trying to get there. My data is low now. I've used up all my data, which means that sucks for me. And I'm gonna have to go get some more. Go ahead, 5 minutes. Sorry, yeah, I'm trying to get to that attack now, and I have to because my data is low, and I've already been asked to leave this place. This is the second time I've been attacked here by the same group, and that was, the first one was 6 months ago, and I talked to the owner, Puhin, who denied me the right to have the video footage the first time, and I just let it go away because I just didn't want to deal with it, honestly. And that attack against me happened a day after I stopped the British couple from fighting in the football court area, and everybody was here watching that. The good dude slammed his girlfriend on the ground, and I went, and Majed was there too. He was one of the only ones. Majed, who was watching, Majed, who also came over and helped out. Nobody else did. And then the next day I'm attacked, and I'm everybody ganged up on me like I was wrong. That was 7 months ago, and a lot of those actors, which is what they are, they're actors, are still here now. So they're still around this area too. So here is this girl. She's I'm trying to get to this part. I don't know where it's at. I'm really worked up right now, guys. I'm sorry, bear with me. It's gonna come because there's at least 2-3 times separately that she threw punches. One of them did actually get through and swipe my eye. We gotta go back. I don't know what's that. The girl who's in there, but she's working with this guy who are, sorry, yeah, I'll try to stop moving, thank you. My hand is shaking, so I've not gotten this far before. I'm trying to find the part. I'm obviously getting no cooperation or assistance or help. You see no person around me right now. Nobody gives a fuck. There's an entire village of people here who have been witnessing this abuse for fucking months now. And they know what's going on, and they're trying to deny it and turn it around on me. So I know that they're all part of it. The silence alone is evidence enough and indicates that they're involved. So let's see, 4049. First coming in. Oh, there she is, hitting me right there. Fuck. Damn it. Every time I'm trying to fucking move the mouse. I'm trying to hold my phone on the fucking screen and move the mouse around with my hand. And I got a million thoughts rushing through my head because the whole point of these intelligence assholes is that they try to destabilize you and neutralize you through psychological torture tactics. So yeah, excuse me, I can't exactly hold my phone completely still or even get to the fucking part here. And this is a solid hour or more that I was in the pool. So now this guy is in the pool, so I'm pretty sure that he came in directly after the first attack. So I'm gonna back up just a little bit. First attack, I'm gonna go to 13. Well, 52. All right, maybe it's here. Okay. And so, you know, the thing is that I hate it because they're using her. They're using a Cambodian so they can just say, oh, it's the way Cambodians are. That's another narrative they'll try to start, just to, you know, to demonize the people here. And I hate that she's allowing them to use her this way. I know for sure that she's a paid actor. There's no fucking doubt about it. These guys are all paid. There's no reason that I've had an entire group of individuals following me around the world for the last 7 years. 6 years. So here's also this guy's name is John. He's the guy in the pool. He gets into the pool a lot of times exactly at the same time I do, and swims laps. And he's, I think, New Zealander or Australian. And he has that truck with the Thai police badge in the rearview mirror, indicating he's possibly a law enforcement officer or agent of some kind. Where would he get that? Probably gave it to him as an honorary badge or something because he's working for Intel or whoever he is. I don't know. I have to consider all things. So this might be it because it was in this area when it happened. This was where it happened, where she is right now. First major attack, although she was pushing me the whole time, trying to throw balls at the first real attack was her standing on the side of the pool and threw a ball after me specifically telling her not to throw the ball. She threw the ball and it narrowly missed my face. I blocked it with my hand. And then she gets into the pool and I only know. when you're being followed around the world by a fascist, right-wing, subversive group of Stasi secret police, you don't have any, you don't know anybody, and they make sure of it. They put their group in your community and infiltrate every aspect of your life. And here she's gonna throw the ball. I'm telling her, she's getting closer. She's getting closer. She's looking at the hoop. She's looking like she's gonna throw the ball at the basketball hoop. And she threw it right at my face. Then she's gonna come over. I think she comes over here. I threw it back at her when she was swimming away. But this is actually after the first attack happened. The first fist, I'm not worried about the ball as much. She was throwing the ball at my face, intending to hit me in the face with the ball. I'm not worried about that. I mean, I should be worried about that. That's minor compared to the balled fists moving and actually with intent to do harm, throwing punches. I don't remember, maybe this is it. Let's see. I know it was over in this area. Guys, I'm sorry this is taking forever. It's a long video. Nobody here giving a fuck. I'm outside doing this. This is after the first attack, I'm almost positive. It's really bizarre too, because a lot of this conversation we're having was kind of, she was being flirtatious with me and seductive again, since, you know, and I don't know if she was feeling rejected, because I'm not a very flirtatious person. So I'm not sure, but also what I am sure of is that she's just in a relationship. There you go again. Shit, I missed it. Yeah, the thing that, fuck, what? I don't know where this shit is, man. The woman who attacked me is a Cambodian girl. I believe she's a prostitute by trade. I don't know for sure, but I mean, she looks like, she did say she worked over at a draft bar, which is a known place where prostitutes spend time. I've also spent time there myself, but it's a sex workers hangout. I'll put it that way. It doesn't have to be a part of the deal. People can go there and enjoy a drink, as I do and have during my time in Siem Reap, because I support the sex industry and the rights of the workers, and I acknowledge it as a legitimate industry, and I think and so I don't mind hanging out and talking like a regular person with prostitutes. I think that we should be doing that, or sex workers. But that doesn't mean you have to also engage and interact with the market. But she did say, I believe she said she was working there. She also has a Russian accent and spent quite a bit of time living in Hungary, I believe she said, which is a very fascist, far-right country. They're repressing their citizens now. I'm gonna jump around here until I find it. I'm just gonna move around. 3, no. you saw the owner come out, kick me out of this place too. So I'll have to go get changed after this, get my bag packed, and head down the road. I don't have a lot of money right now, because another thing that this organization does is they attack your finances, your ability to make money, to earn money. I have been denied the right to work. I went to volunteer at a place one time, and they showed up my first day because they're hacked in to all forms of my technology, so they know what I'm going to do before I do it, and they know where I am at all times. I'm surveilled 24/7, and I have been since 2014. This might be it right here, I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. She's coming at me now. Here she comes. She's throwing punches, throwing punches. Throw a punch, boom. She's trying to throw punches here. And now I grab her, and I'm holding her. And I'm gonna take her, and I'm gonna deposit her. Guess what, sweetheart? You've just earned the privilege of getting the fuck out of the pool. Since you don't know how to keep your hands on yourself, and you've been put over here. Now I have her in a half Nelson right here, it's called. Now this is Gabi, the guy with the dumbass fucking thing on the top of his head from Syria. You know, the hair thing. Yeah, so there's military guy, the hero with no honor from the US. And he comes over, and what he says to me is, there she is again, coming at me, flailing, trying to hit me. See, she's still trying to get me. And I'm trying to restrain her, and this dude is coming at me like, yo, dude, what are you doing? Like, why are you know? And I'm like, wow, really? Yeah, I just put her out. Okay, so this was the very first attack right there. Let me back that up and we can watch that one more time to make sure we see the whole from the beginning. This is 12:56 in the surveillance video camera of Garden Village. This comes in at 12:56 is a good place to start watching. In the video on this day, I believe that it is the 29th of July, 12:56. Here we go. Wait, 12:56. Sorry, it's hard to. Can I get it? Fuck. Hold on a second. Bear with me. We're almost there. All right. This is 12:55 and a half. Oh, she's in my space. She's getting close, and I'm back. You see me backing up. I'm backing up, and she throws a punch. She throws a punch there. Throws a punch there. I'm clearly backing away from her as she's throwing punches and lunging toward me with closed fists, and she almost got me too on that time. Now I'm restraining her very gently. I'm not choking her at all. I have my arms directly around her shoulders, and that's it. And holding her, squeezing her as tight as I can around her shoulders, because she's flailing, trying to get away. And I put her on the side, and then I put one arm under hook, or half Nelson from behind, and held her when she's still flapping. He comes over, dude, what are you doing? You know, and she's still throwing punch. Again, another punch thrown right there. You can see, look. So let me go back so we can make sure that we see exactly where was I when this started. What was going on when because she was clearly the aggressor, but I don't think that even was clear enough. I just want to make sure there's no confusion. So here we are, we're over here talking at this point. She was harassing me on purpose and bothering me, but she was being flirtatious too. And I don't know what her deal is, if she felt rejected, but what I suspect is, because moments after this, as you can see on my first video I posted, moments after this girl who's being really flirtatious and trying to lure me is then making out, and clearly a couple with this American Special Forces operative who's sitting over here now at this point. So here I am shooting, she's there. So we're at 12:54, it's about to come up. We're almost there. I just want to make sure we're going to see this attack one more time. This is the first attack, the first major attack that happened. She's over there. The first attack was really her throwing a ball under the shower after I told her not to. She threw the ball at my face, nearly hitting me. because I wasn't amused with her crappy attitude and her, you know, she was intentionally trying to instigate a problem with me in the pool. It was obvious because she's working for somebody. She's being paid to do this, and she's a couple with this guy who's over here and now watching. You see his face is turned, and he's now, well, he was there a second ago. All right. See, 12:54. Now, oops, see, she threw the ball hard at me, so she was throwing the ball at me that time. She wasn't throwing it to me, she was throwing it at me. Okay, so again, we're having words. We're probably not having good words here. If she's telling me, go fuck you, and this and that, go fuck yourself. You shut up, shut the fuck up. And I'm telling her I won't shut up. I have the right to talk. I have the right to say words. I can say anything I want to hear. She's getting close. She's getting close. She's moving in on me. And then boom, she throws a punch. Boom, another punch thrown. She didn't hit. She didn't connect with these punches. She threw them at me, but she was trying to, and she came close. She was lunging into me and made a really good effort at hitting me. So now I restrain her. Again, my arms are only around her shoulders. You can see that clearly. I'm not around her neck. Just so you know, I would not around her neck. Around her shoulders, and I place her now one underhook just to hold her because she's still kicking and flailing. This dude comes over and it's immediately my fault. Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I didn't hit her at any point. And here she goes again. Took my hands off of her and started paying attention to this distractor guy here, and now she's trying to hit me again because they're working for a team. All of these guys, look, this guy standing right here, not doing anything, not caring. I'm being attacked, totally fine. Why? Because they're on the same team. That's why. There's no doubt about it. They're setting me up. These folks have tried to put packages on airplanes with me. They've tried to put AK-47 on me. They're like, all of these really bizarre and overrepresentation of opportunities started coming knocking at my door to participate in really big transnational crimes that would carry really long prison sentences. Gee, I don't know if the government agencies are trying to fucking set me up or anything. Yup. 30 million went to the Cambodia from the US today, folks, and this is what I get. These folks are being paid. They're on the payroll. Got to suppress the opposition group. Hey, this is taxpayer money, Americans. You're the law enforcement agents that are abusing our citizenry in the U.S. Guess what? Say hello from Cambodia. They're here too. Yup. God bless America. So at this point, I'm like shook, of course. Now I'm in the pool. She's still in there, obviously. She's already attacked me. This guy, John, who didn't see anything. You heard him say, I didn't see anything. He wouldn't respond when I asked him about the badge in his car. Who you working for? Because his silence alone is evidence enough that he's involved. Like everybody here is. And then the object was to get me to respond this way and then criminalize me, make it my fault. You heard the owner, Puhin, who's involved as well, say, well, what did you do? I didn't do anything. Nobody should be violently attacked. There's no excuse for it. There's none. You can't go up to somebody and punch and start trying to punch them. I warned her too as she was getting closer because she was cursing at me and saying, fuck you, shut the fuck up, fuck you. And she was getting closer to me and she looked like she was going to hit me, I could tell. And I'm like, do not hit me. If you're square off on me, I will defend myself. You better not do it. And yet she just came over and started punching me anyway, punching at me. So she's still in, again, obviously she's still in the pool at this point and she's still harassing me. She's in there just bothering me. She came in the pool well after me. So there's a lot more to it than this. In the video, at least 2 more separate incidences of attack happened from her. Still, again, and then the non-responsiveness of this clown here, the Thai truck, the white truck guy, and then the American clown who is a special forces army, obviously paid And then here I am. I blocked her shot, or I was going to block her shot, and she comes over and starts throwing punches at me again. Okay, so let's look at this one. Let's make sure we get a good look at this. Here she is attacking me again. This is at 12:59. I didn't have the patience to wait to try to find another one, but since it's here, we're gonna check it out. See what the second attack looks like. Okay, it's gonna come up. So I'm in the pool. It's very awkward, obviously, at this point. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I've just been attacked. So and I do have PTSD as a result of being attacked by this right-wing group since 2014. It's been going on. I believe the evangelicals have been financing this repression. And so where are we at? She's just trying to attack me. She's trying to get too close to me, invade my personal space. Another thing they do is called crowding, psychological weapon of warfare to try to just destabilize you mentally. So here, some of this is playful too. There was an element of playfulness along with it at a point, because she was being flirty, but I wasn't responding to her flirtation, and I don't like her anyway because she's been trying to seduce me and get me to go to. So I tried to block her shot there, playing in the pool. That's what, we're playing basketball, and I was trying, hoping. I swatted her shot away. I was hoping that we could become, we can move past and become friends. So I started being playful because it seemed like that's what she wanted. She got it there. She starts hitting me. She got into the pool at one point. At the deep end, she goes, "Oh, I can't swim, and she wanted me to like rescue her out of the pool and be, and was trying to like do this gamey thing that I just wasn't into. So I thought, well, maybe that's what she wants after she attacked me. I thought maybe she felt rejected, and maybe I could be flirty with her and start playing the game with her, and we could move past the fact that she just violently attacked me. This is what I'm thinking at this point when I start trying to swat the ball from her and block her shot. Okay, well, let's play then. If you're still in here and you still want to play, let's play. But we're getting to it now. I'm going to see me try to jump up and block her shot, and then she came closer to me, and thinking that she was going to be playing, she starts throwing punches at me, like actual closed fist punches with intent to hit me and hurt me. Not playing. And she did hit me in the face with, at one point, and scraped my eye. Not very bad. She did get one shot in. Okay. So I'm like, here, get the ball. You can't get it. You can't get it. I was just trying to play, being playful. But she comes and starts throwing punches at me. I was trying to make things better because I'm like, you can't get the, come get the. But she starts throwing like actual punches, and I don't know this girl. So when she swims, she threw 2 punches, and then she swims away, turns her back on me, and I threw the ball at her head. It's like the arrogance of women is so egregious. It's amazing. I was watching Bill Burr say this the other day in one of his stand-up specials, which is completely accurate. Only women will do that shit. She turned her back directly on me after she threw close punches at me. She then turned her back on me. Why? Because women are given immunity to be able to just go up to a man, any man in the world, and start attacking him. And if we defend ourselves, then we're the ones that are wrong. That's the narrative. So they know that, and so you've enabled and empowered them to know that we're not going to do shit. You ain't going to do shit. Then just come up, throw punches at you, and then turn my back directly on you. So I just threw the ball at her head. Now we were being flirtatious. I thought we were gonna kind of have like a make-out session here. Actually, I wasn't sure. We started getting cute because she was really trying to be flirty with me. I know she was trying to lure me in, but then what you'll see in a short time is all of a sudden out of nowhere, Army Bravo, Johnny Bravo comes in, and now they're acting in a way like I knew from the beginning of this video. When you go back, they came in there together. She gave me the finger right there. right there. She's flicking me off. They came there together. They're a team. They're making out in the pool together. They obviously have an agenda, a conspiracy against me. I'm asking for my basic human rights to be acknowledged, and for asylum from the United States of America. So I'm going to be, if you're receiving this video now, I'm sending this to you for the purposes of advocacy and exposure and awareness of what the American citizens are being subjected to by an abusive, overly powerful, expansive government agency and federal government who are using economic hitmen to come and unload large amounts of money from the USAID and International Monetary Fund and other powerful World Bank and other powerful entities. Oh, this is the part where she's like flailing, acting like, I think she's saying she can't swim and she wanted me to like come save her or something. She's still, even at this point, trying to like seduce me or be cute with me. She's like giving it one last shot or something, like she won't let it go. And I know for sure that she was sent on a job to do this by this paramilitary group. I think this might be it now. About all I want to get. I think there's one more incident that happens with her alone in the pool, but not sure. I'm more curious to back up and see where John was. This guy who's swimming laps the whole time. Just swimming laps, yeah, right. He's patrolling is what he's doing. He's on patrol. Policeman, what he is. Again, I'm being policed. I have an entire private group. What a waste of resources. By the way, I'm not a criminal. Never been accused of any crime. I just finished a degree in college. I'm a disabled individual who's living on a pension of semi-retired as well. Living on pension, retirement, and disability, traveling the world, and finishing my studies. That's what I was doing. And now, other than fighting off radical right-wing repressive groups who are trying to create and control narratives, it's not a meltdown, Alice Pocock. I already know that you're involved in it too. Your part, see, and this is what I'm talking about. These are paid actors also in this thread. As I mentioned earlier, it's well documented. The government agents, the spy networks have used for years the technology that they created themselves, such as Facebook, Google, the internet was called, oh, there's another, threw the ball right at me. See what she was doing here. I'm gonna back up. So we make sure we get this one. This is about 1304. That was the third attack. 1304. Again, she's desperately trying to provoke me to either sex or violence. And if she were trying to provoke me to sex, it would only be because not she wants to have sex. She just wants to win my heart and make me love her, because she's very lovable. I mean, this girl is exactly who, as a man, you would want to have in your arms. Trust me. She's a very beautiful girl, and it would be the worst thing if she like left you for some other guy. So they would know that would, you know, potentially cause, well, there's a lot of men sitting in prison for a very long time for unfaithful women and you know, going after guys who you know, were fucking their women or took their girl from them or whatever. You know, that's what guys fight over, right? Women. So they know that, so they'll use a girl, a local girl too. What a fucking shame that they're using the local girl. Here she's getting closer. She's getting closer. Look, she's looking up at the rim though. She's looking at the hoop like she's going to throw the ball and take a shot at the hoop. So she's looking at the hoop, looking at the hoop, looking at the hoop. Gets close. See, I have my hands down. She's getting closer, looking at the hoop. And threw the ball right at me. And then, oop, don't turn your back. I guess you turn your back, and now she turns and she got really mad. Fuck you, motherfucker. Right, she got super mad. I'm like, will you turn your back? Why? Because you arrogantly think that you have the right to come over and put your hands on people and attack people's basic freedom? Again, I believe that she's a prostitute or a sex worker. I don't know for sure, but she comes off that way. Or maybe she's an intelligence analyst or all of the above. I don't know. She showed up out of nowhere. Did say she was working at a bar that I had problems and was attacked in several nights ago as well, called Draft Bar. And And so what Alice Pocock is paid to do here, and what part of the narrative group of the new Stasi secret police, that is DARPA. DARPA is the intelligence apparatus of all the Western alliances, the Five Eyes of intelligence of Australia, Germany, Israel. Well, Israel's not really in it, but they are. England, the U.S. obviously. And who else? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. What they do is the narrative department has a $20 million allocated to it to create and control narrative. So what they're trying to do, because they know that I'm posting this now, so all the people, Alice Pocock, for example, who's posting in the thread here, is saying, oh, not just an average Tuesday meltdown at GV. And then trying to change the subject or trying to control the language, and now Majed is involved as well. And they're trying to, what they do is they gaslight or stonewall and not give any light or value to what's happening to the person that they're abusing. So they can clearly see that in the thread here. This is what they're doing. And all of these people are complicit in it. Why would I? So, bro, getting boring, show us around. What do you mean, show you around, Dinesh? I don't. She threw Dinesh, she threw punches at me. Of course you're trying to turn it around on me, but that's clearly not what happened. So you can try that bullshit all you want, man, but that's not what happened. And that's just more evidence. Don't worry. The truth is going to come out. You're not going to be able to abuse my rights. I know that you're involved in it too. You know, I know basically every expat here in Siem Reap, Cambodia is a government spy agent from some spy agency from their own country of origin, but probably most of which is from right here in the United States of America. A lot of them are, they're all still here, a large surprising amount considering that most people have gone home by this point. But not these secret police officers. Nope, they're still here, specifically out here trying to harass. He's saying, oh, she splashed. No, she didn't. She balled her fist up and she tried to punch me in the face. And then you say I put her in a chokehold. See, you're trying to control it. You won't be able to. It's already all documented, buddy. She came at me and I subdued her and I restrained her as well as you should. but you guys are trying to tell a different story. Yeah, whatever. Go fuck yourself, asshole. You know, if you raise your hand against an innocent man, guess what? You can expect the same thing. The same doors of injustice will open over your life and over the descendants that will come after you. You don't get to. None of us get to avoid the universal laws apply to us all. If you raise your hand to an innocent person, guess what? You're opening the gates of heaven over in your life in a way that I would not recommend. I would not recommend raising your hand against a child of God who is living here and has unalienable rights afforded to him by that same God. I wouldn't do it. I mean, you can. I don't personally have to make revenge for myself. I'm not a man of violence, and I don't envy the ways of men of violence. So I don't have to do that. I can simply document it, and I'll let God sort it out. He's my protector. He's my refuge and shield. So, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you wish you were getting paid for something like this. Okay. Right, and Alice, you're not even somebody I know, but Alice, you were there the night that I was attacked the first time, and you saw, and you were there. Of course, I'm sure you won't say it now, but that's all on video too. Who knows for sure whether or not that evidence was destroyed. I did ask Poheen, the owner here at Garden Village, to have that video footage the first time I was attacked, like 7 months ago, when Alice Pocock was there as a witness. And the video should indicate that the man Jeff, the American man who identified himself as a Navy sailor at some point serving in India, came over and was standing over top of me, putting his face directly, touching his cheek to my own cheek, and putting his face right in my face like that, and standing over top of me while I was sitting down, not doing anything, not acting aggressively, not acting antagonistically, sitting there, not being a provocateur. He started the problem with me, and he started to say, ask me, spreading rumors about me and saying in the community that I didn't show up to or something like that. What happened? Why did you not show up to volunteer at this place? And I'm like, dude, that has nothing to do with you. It's none of your fucking business what I do with my life. Don't worry about it. Because it's not. Don't worry about it. I don't even know who that guy is, and he doesn't need to be fucking asking me questions like accusing me. And you know, he wasn't a part of the group anyway. And when and just so the record's straight, when I went and decided to not volunteer at a party house, it's because it's a party house. It's not the right step for me. It's not the right path for me to be on for my future. I'm just bored. I want to work. And so I was wanting to do some volunteering time. But I decided against it because it wasn't in my best interest. It's a personal decision. It has nothing to do with some asshole Navyman from fucking Massachusetts or wherever the hell he says he's from, Rhode Island. And so I called him out on the shit. That's it. None of your fucking business, asshole. That's why I didn't show up. And it's not that I didn't just not show up anyway. Not that it matters, and I shouldn't have to explain it to him as a free man who makes his own choices. This guy wasn't a part of that group. He's not working here in any way. He just hung out here. He's like, oh, I heard you didn't show up to work and all this stupid shit. Like, dude, first of all, but he didn't know all the people that were involved. I sent a notice. It wasn't like I just didn't show up. I notified them. They knew. I said, it's not going to be the right move for me at this. I'm not going to move forward with volunteering. I made sure that I communicated effectively with the people that I was supposed to communicate with. And not on that list. Nor should he be. And this guy attacked me. Alice Pocock, what do you have to say about that? You're in the thread here. Would you like to come on the video and speak? Looks like we lost a lot of our viewers. She's bored. See, that's another thing that they do. They will stonewall. It's just it's psychological torture. It's a way to essentially deflect the abuse that they're doing, to deflect it, to normalize the behavior, one way that she's doing is normalizing it here. Oh, nothing much, just someone's average Tuesday afternoon meltdown at GV. Yeah, oh, a meltdown. So again, meltdown meaning now I'm crazy. And who's liking this status? Who's liking? I'm assuming it's Magic because that's who's talking to her, but I don't know. But she normalizes it by saying it's average, right? But a meltdown isn't average, and this isn't a meltdown. This is a righteous indignation, and it's anger. You should absolutely be angry at injustice. You should not allow government authorities and agencies to abuse us. We are not here for that. So I'm documenting it, and all of these people, Alice Pocock, yep, you're saying, oh, I want to know how I can get paid. Sure. Well, what you're saying makes no sense, Dinesh. Is GV busy? But you're not interested in what I'm saying. So that alone is just more indication that of your involvement. Is GV busy? Like why, you guys again just trying to talk about anything else. So again, this is called in the comment thread here, which I'm just going to ignore at this time. I'm going to let themselves play each other out. And you can see words being used like KL's dead. There's a skull there. Let's see who else here. We got down here. That's what they do. These are psychological tactics that they'll use to try to intimidate you and scare you. They'll use words like you having a skull, KL's dead. Then there's this other one. He's putting, I'm chilling. And, just using words. So this is some of this subliminal messaging that they use. And then, manhandling a tiny Cambodian girl. She's not tiny, first of all. She's thick. She's full-figured. And I don't care what size you are. If you come at me and you start throwing punches at me, be prepared. You should be prepared as a human to defend yourself, because I will stand my ground. I live by that principle and philosophy in life. It's called stand your own ground. And that means that if you come into my personal space, my personal environment, and you start making that personal environment of mine unsafe and threatening my well-being or the well-being of the people around me in any way, I am well within my right to defend myself and the other people that are there. So be prepared for that, folks. If you go at somebody and you start throwing punches, oh, well, get ready, because you might actually have to defend yourself then. Yeah, 7 months ago, I think Alice, I know KL means Kuala Lumpur. I know what that means. I'm talking about the imagery that's used there, and this group who are just right-wing repressive. And Alice, I know that you're involved. I know that you are on the payroll. And now I got Dinesh. Pretty much every expat who is here in Siem Reap is working for some kind of subversive group. They're just like the missionaries who went to Central and South America in the 70s and 80s from the U.S. Yeah, they were missionaries, Christian missionaries, and deep state CIA operatives there to subvert the religious system and the political system. So I'm not taking my camera off at any time in the near future. I'm going to have this camera on until some other actual government authorities show up here and we can document this even further. Because I don't trust the people now here who are threatening my well-being. And obviously their response is just turning it around on me or trying to neutralize me by making me look unstable or like I'm insane or crazy or something like that. That's part of the agenda, and part of the plan is to deflect it, to make it to paint it a different way than the way that it actually is, by just flat out denying the truth. You're looking at video footage of a girl coming at me and throwing punches at me, and now these people are saying that I attacked and put a chokehold on an innocent tiny Cambodian girl. Of course. Sure, okay. And then making it seem like I'm wrong or something like that. But I'm not. I'm right and you're wrong. And guess what? True justice will come swiftly for all of us one day. Don't worry. I don't raise my hand against people because it's not in my best interest spiritually and for my own well-being. But I'll defend myself and my own human rights and the rights of other people around me until the last day, until I take my last breath. You can bet on that. And now, unfortunately, to do so, I have to put you guys on live feed all the time. 100%. And I'll let you guys play yourselves out. This thread is evidence enough of the abuse that I've endured and the harassment that I've endured. And we know for sure about the argument that happened. Well, you say it happened 6 months. I say it was like 7 months ago, so that would have been last year. So again, you're just trying to change an irrelevant fact. It doesn't matter if it was last year or when it was. It was another example of the abuse that I've endured the entire time I've been here. So that you giving it a later date only indicates more that I've been putting up with this crap for quite a long time. Very denied the right to get a job. And to work, to earn a living, to date. Anytime I try to get a girlfriend or anything like that, they immediately try to sabotage. Anytime I try to make any friends at all, they'll sabotage those relationships, repressing me.